course, the main priority is to make the box unbreakable, but I also want it to be unlike anything we've seen before.
And up we go.
Let's see what we can design with this.
Hey guys, I'm back. Still can't really use my hand, but it is getting better. As you know, while I was away, Just Dustin brought us another unbreakable box. Well, even without me, my team got in without any issue. But that got me thinking, why don't we make him an unbreakable box? But not just any unbreakable box. Let's make him an unbreakable infinity tesseract cube. Now Henry, one of our engineering co-op students this summer, is going to do some material research to build this unbreakable box. Let's hope he does a good job, because his grade depends on it.
Where do we begin? We need a material that's shatterproof, so it can take more than one hit. We need to distribute the force of impact across its surface area, so sharp points can't pierce it. And we need to be see-through, so you know exactly what you're missing. Well, acrylic shatters. So does glass. Cool. Steel sure does it, but it's not see-through. This polycarbonate seems to work. Let's see how it stands up to Hacksmith Industries. That's pretty crazy. Looks like polycarbonate's a go. It's actually what they use in addition to acrylic and bullet-resistant glass. Let's see what we can design with this. I built these two prototypes from mirrored acrylic, but I don't love them. Of course, the main priority is to make the box unbreakable, but I also want it to be unlike anything we've seen before. So I came up with this. Imagine a line. This line exists in one dimension. You have left and right. If I take two of these lines, connect them at both ends, I get a square. This square exists in two dimensions. I have left and right and up and down. If I connect two of these squares at its vertices, I get a cube. Now imagine, in the exact same way I connected two lines to get a square and two squares to get a cube, I can connect two cubes to get a four-dimensional hypercube, or a tesseract. But what you're seeing isn't actually 4D. It's just a 3D shadow of a four-dimensional tesseract, which you're actually seeing in 2D on your screen. That's all really complicated. What I'm going to try to do is to implement that in my unbreakable box design. Let's get back to SolidWorks. I know the team's going to throw everything at my tesseract. So I've designed inch-thick polycarbonate outside walls, inch-thick walls for the inner cube, and quarter-inch walls throughout. That's on top of a stainless steel sheet metal frame surrounding inch-thick steel bars. Let's make it real. We're going to be using the laser cutter to turn this sheet metal into parts for our inner and outer frames. There's a lot going on, but hopefully once we've got it all cut out and bent, it'll make a little bit more sense. Now the laser cutting's done, let's make some 90-degree bends. That was good. The vice-mounted brake just can't fit these bigger bends. We're going to use the box brake. Looks good to me. So I'm marking out the cuts for the outside faces of my cube. They have these notched edges because it's the only way I could figure out how to fit in the complex internal structure. So I have 12 more of these to go. Let's get going. The outer piece is finished. Let's cut this down for the inside. As you can see, I have 2 half-inch sheets of polycarbonate, which I've glued together with some acrylic cement. And the reason I did this is because 1-inch polycarbonate in the size I need is about $13,000 a sheet. So if I do it this way, it costs a lot less. So what we're gonna be doing is cutting this length into 6 identical faces, which we're gonna be using for the internal cube. So let's do that. Now that we've got the polycarbonate cut, let's apply some mirror film. Well, that saved me 3.5 hours. Well, now we gotta go do a little more cutting so we can mount these to the frame and then do a little welding for the inside cube. Everything's in multiples of 12 and 4 and 6 and 8. Stuff takes a while. Yeah, so I'm going to be cutting the inside LED channels where the LEDs sit and where the polycarbonate sits in between for structure. One. All right, that's 24 LED channels and 12 channel mounts. All right, let's weld this inner cube. The inner frame's welded with some LED mounts. Time to add the polycarbonate. Just what I want to see.
If you guys follow me on social media, you might already know this, but I actually struggle a lot with my mental health, namely depression and anxiety. Building this business has taken a pretty big toll on me personally, and I knew if I didn't change something, I might not be able to do this forever. I had actually been planning on taking some time off this summer to focus on myself, and I was actually getting really excited about the prospect of it. And then, I broke my hand. Suddenly, I had to take time off. Let's call it a forced vacation. Not being able to use my hand meant I wasn't able to do what I love, which is making projects and testing them for you guys. And while a broken hand is temporary, mental health is forever. Taking care of our mental health is vital to living a happy, fulfilling life. Thankfully, BetterHelp provides an accessible, affordable, and convenient way to get the help you need, and I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. BetterHelp takes the time to assess your needs and connects you with your very own licensed professional therapist. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. Responses are thoughtful and timely. Weekly video or phone sessions can be done from the comfort of your very own home. Visit betterhelp.com/Hacksmith. That's BetterHelp, and join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. Use my link below and BetterHelp will give you 10% off your very first month. As for me, Well, I'm back at work now, but I'm changing how we do things to ensure Hacksmith Industries lives on for a long time. I'm excited to get back into videos, but please be patient, as I can't be in every single video. Now let's see how that box is going.
You know, I've spent so much time designing and building this box, but I really haven't put much thought into what goes in it. Maybe we should ask some people. All right, let's find some unsuspecting workers. Tyler. What would you put in the unbreakable box?
Money.
We're on the prowl. We've caught a wild Ian.
Okay, we're making an unbreakable box, and we need to know what goes in the box. How do we one-up just Dustin? Ooh, okay.
So how do we one-up Dustin? Well, we start by giving his own money back to him, if he can break in. So no. What else?
I don't know. Well, we got Jess right here. What are you thinking, Jess?
I really think that we should put some snacks in the box. They might be hungry by the time they open it up.
Thinking like goldfish.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe like a fruit roll-up.
Yeah,
Okay.
something sweet.
Good idea.
I agree with Jess. Gotta have the snacks.
All right, I think we got a good starting point. Money and snacks.
Could put some keychains in it, or actually I have something better for you. We gotta take a walk though.
Okay.
All right, let's go. In a hidden location. We got the Haskars. Super rare, only 10 ever made.
Wow, that's gorgeous. What is that, Damascus?
That's Damascus. Or, sorry, well, it's Beskar.
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 Wow, that looks beautiful. You want to just drop it in?
There you guys go.
Got another thing. Let's keep it going.
Chocolate chip cookies.
And they do taste wonderful. I can say that firsthand.
Buddy, these are the best cookies money can buy.
Love it.
Boom.
I think we got our snacks. Okay, we're sneaking up on them. It's like kind of Bear Grylls.
I got Daryl's phone with me.
Okay, we have a phone. Tyler.
Oh.
I got right here an unbreakable box currently filled with chocolate chip cookies. Do you have any better ideas to put in the box? Maybe an addition.
Let me take a look here. Yeah, I have just a thing.
Seems prepared.
Check that out.
We can clone Bogdan with this. I put it in.
Yeah. Can you get it closer to that one? There we go. What do you think?
It's the full Hacksmith experience right there. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't lie. I might have eaten the cookies on the way here. But there is something really interesting in here. Let's put the top on. Let's weld the rest of the box. All right, so the inner box is welded and it is not coming open. What I have to do now is add these LED mounts to the outside and then run this LED through the channel, and we're gonna have a light up box. This side's looking nice. I'm gonna glue this guy down. All right, we're making progress here. All right, it lights up, but as you can see, it stops right there. That's because I haven't connected to it yet. So it actually creates its own Wi-Fi network, which I can connect to and then control the LEDs through that. Yeah, it works. Sometimes I like to make life harder for myself. See if this one blows up. Oh. Red light, blue light. No smoke. That's perfect. So I covered the entire inner box with addressable LEDs so I could get these really cool effects. I'm running all of the LEDs off of one 3-cell battery, which doesn't actually last very long, but for our purposes is all right. And basically, there's one power point at one side of the cube, another power point on the opposite point, and that lets us power 3 different faces at a time. So all 6 faces, 2 power points, it all works out. To view the full schematic diagram, click the maker.io link in the description below. The inner cube is done, but as you can see, we've still got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it. Wait, take it up. We gotta do that again. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Next, we're putting in the posts. Four posts are in. Now we gotta put in the sidewalls. Slide this baby in like that.
3 more to go. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Light work, light work. Is it in?
Yep.
We got kind of nice at it. I realized the best next move is to weld the bottom of these bolts to the actual support. The reason I'm doing that is because otherwise it's just kind of gonna rotate and the bottom bolt is gonna rotate with the nut when I try to tighten it, which doesn't work. So I could have done this earlier, but of course I gotta make my work a little harder for myself. I'm putting in the inner angled walls now. I mirrored the outside walls to really lean into that 4-dimensional aspect, really to make it look infinite. All right, so now we've got the inner walls in. Now I gotta fit the top wall, but it's gonna be a little tough to make it all fit with the U-channels. It's gonna take a little love, we'll get it done. Yeah, can you hold the other side of this thing? Okay, we gotta fit this in. Maybe we'll start with my corner. Yep. Okay, yeah, that's in. It's all good here, all good here. Woo! Oh my God. Beautiful. Now that I've welded the 1-inch frame, nobody's getting into this. Now all I gotta do is add these corner pieces to tie together my design. You didn't think we'd send this off to just Dustin without having a little fun first. This is the best part of my job. Okay, I'm good. Thor's hammer from up top. That's it. Oh, look, okay, that went right in the middle. This morning star is insane. Whew, didn't do much.
All right, your box seems pretty tough, but I think it's my turn. You nervous?
What you gonna do to it? Ah. Uh-oh. Ah! Look out. Jeez. Oh my. Ah! Did a little dive. At this point, we're just getting it dusty. Nothing else. You know, now it's kind of got like a worn-in sort of charm to it. You'd think he was tired. He never sleeps. Oh, he has definitely done some damage. Oh, but now, I don't know. It's more dust than anything. Come on.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It held up pretty damn good. We only managed to like peel up the corner just like slightly. I'm not surprised. Like spot welds aren't that strong, but
Yeah, I think it's
still in one piece.
this would look good in my living room, you know?
Coffee table.
That's what I'm saying.
Ottoman.
I kick it up.
Wax. I don't think Dustin's getting in this.
Nah.
Did you see it like bouncing on it? Like I literally lifted the whole, like that's a 10,000 pound machine.
What? That's crazy. Okay, I think what we gotta do now is use the Skyjack, see if we get even higher up than the Bobcat.
And up we go.
Oh my God, I did not know it went that high.
All right, ready? All right, ready?
Oh.
Okay, a bit far. I think I got on the third one. I think I've tuned it in. Here we go. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Damn. That obliterated the concrete.
Thing went
And
straight
it's
through.
still, like the corners are getting a little beat up. We broke some of the spot welds, which is to be expected, but the cube is still a cube. Let's get the TV out. There we go. Let's do it again.
At this point, I think we're selling the box on eBay, it'd be slightly used.
All right, here we go.
Oh! What am I watching the game on tonight? Yeah, the inner cube's intact. The whole internal structure is fine. It's just
Sweet.
the actual mounts have fallen off, which, to be expected, I didn't really glue them in place. Yeah,
Have you ever folded a TV before, Henry?
yeah, that's the newest Kindle. It's the biggest size they have.
All right, I'm impressed, Henry. A+ on your co-op term.
Ah, thank you.
I can't wait to see Just Dustin take his hand at this. But before we do that, let's give it to Jim. See what some CrossFitters can do to this thing.
Oh, God. Here we are, Temple Fitness in Kitchener, Ontario. Let's see what some real athletes can do. All right, guys, thanks for coming out. I built this unbreakable box, and I need your help to get into it. If you can, it's $1,000, and if you can't, hey, it's a good workout. Hey, okay, we're excited for that. All right, start us off, baby, start us off. I got this. I've got the power! Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Who else got to do this? Yeah. That's a high intensity workout. Okay, come on. Whoa! Whoa! Attaboy! Come on. Whoa! Get creative. Oh, get in there, get in there. Fun. Yes. Woo! Okay, I love it. Whoa! 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 Come in, buddy. I like that. Whoa! 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 Come on! That's so. Looks like it's coming loose. Oh! Oh yes! got this. Oh, yeah. Oh! Come on! Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, get in there, get in there. Okay. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh! Okay. We got it! Wow. All right, this box has stood up to a lot. I think it's safe to say it can stand up to just Dustin just fine. Let's go!